Dems warn GOP against retirement cuts in tax plan. The top Democrat on the Ways and Means Committee warned Republicans Wednesday that they'll be on their own if they target retirement programs as part of their tax overhaul. Representative Richard Neal, Massachusetts, said Democrats are concerned that one of the goals of the Republicans' tax plan is to use the cuts as a justification to scale back retirement programs like Social Security. Neal, who was among the lawmakers who huddled with President Trump Tuesday to talk taxes at the White House, said Democrats will oppose any overhaul plan that points to tax cuts as offering a substitute for retirement savings. One of the priorities of tax reform has got to be retirement savings, Neal said during a tax reform forum hosted by the Financial Services Roundtable in Washington. You can outlive an annuity, you can't outlive Social Security. The check is coming. Neal said Democrats will fight to preserve what he called the three-legged stool of retirement security, combining the efforts of government, Social Security, employers, pension plans, and individuals' personal savings. Neal also laid out 3 red lines governing the Democrats' approach to tax reform. First, they will insist that any tax package be revenue neutral. Second, it must help the middle class. And third, it must not shower any benefits on the wealthiest taxpayers. Those are the 3 principles we bring, he said. Neal said he's urged Ways and Means Chairman Kevin Brady, our Texas, for full transparency as the Republicans pursue their tax overhaul, including an open hearing and markup process that allows for full scrutiny. This needs to be done in daytime, Neal said. Released Wednesday, the Republicans' tax reform plan features provisions to reduce rates on corporations and some individuals, double the standard deduction for taxable income, and eliminate certain special interest deductions. It also aims to simplify the filing process, reducing the number of tax brackets from 7 to 3, and promising a shorter postcard-style tax form. Republicans say the plan will boost jobs and the economy by discouraging corporate outsourcing and putting more money in the pockets of middle-class consumers. The Obama era brought higher taxes, more regulations, and a stagnant economy, said Senator John Thune, RSD, chairman of the Senate's Republican Conference. Congress now has the opportunity to implement pro-growth tax reform policies and provide relief to working families. Democrats have a decidedly different view, accusing Republicans of pushing a tax plan that would explode the national debt and steal revenues for popular programs like Medicare and Social Security, all while lavishing most of the financial benefits on the wealthiest people. This plan is not only fiscally irresponsible, it represents everything the American people don't want, said Representative John Yarmuth, D. Kentucky, ranking member of the House Budget Committee. Neal pushed back hard against the notion of eliminating the federal estate tax, another key provision of the GOP plan. The tax, which Republicans label the death tax, only affects estates worth roughly $5.5 million and up. Neal called repealing it a step backwards. It's unclear whether the Republicans will be able to pass their tax overhaul without Democratic votes. Tax reform is a top priority for President Trump and GOP leaders on Capitol Hill, and Republicans have long advocated for tax cuts benefiting individuals and corporations alike. Yet the Republicans were also unified behind the concept of repealing Obamacare, only to see the effort crash and burn on the Senate floor. Given the complexity of the tax code and the number of special interests sure to rise up in defense of individual benefits, the tax fight is sure to prove every bit as difficult as that over healthcare reform. With that in mind, Senator Orrin Hatch, our Utah chairman of the Finance Committee, predicted Wednesday that Republicans won't be able to pass tax reform without Democratic buy-in. I think we can enact reforms, but we will need to have some Democrat help, he said in an interview on Fox Business Network's Mornings with Maria program. I think we've got to put aside the differences and start working together. Neal echoed that message, saying the only way to do something meaningful in this city is to do it in a bipartisan manner. In the current environment of hyper-partisanship, though, Neal said he's not terribly optimistic about reaching such a bipartisan agreement. He said the odds of passing tax reform are 50-50 at best.